What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 66 here on the Proven Knowledge Podcast. This is the Creator Series. Today I welcomed a hip-hop artist from Baltimore, Maryland. His name is LuiKang. LuiKang is good friends with our collaborators JordanE420 and O.G Proce, who I had on this show a few months back, and that's actually what led him to reach out to me about being on this episode today. We discussed what the scene is like in Baltimore currently as far as how he approaches being an artist, especially an independent artist in the city. And I like his analogy about how it's kind of a slept-on city, and it's really not a place where people 100% support one another all the time. It's kind of tough to be heard in the city. We discussed his influences, such as Currency, who I knew already that he was a big fan of, and it was cool to hear the stories about that. And we wrapped up today with basically just him giving a lot of wisdom and information to kind of help people out. He's all about promoting a healthy lifestyle, which I'm all for because I've been getting into that, especially in the last year or so. And I think we should all be doing that, especially as music makers and creators, because it's important to keep our minds sharp and really just live a balanced lifestyle, at the end of the day, because we're dealing with a lot of things. You can deal with self-doubt, you can deal with outside pressures, and it's good to just stay as focused as possible and stay consistent. And one thing about LuiKang that I will say is that he has consistency down pat. So does Jordan, so does O.G Proce, that whole gang. So I'm always glad to see them doing their thing, and I appreciate him for joining me this week. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. Welcome, everyone, to episode number 66 here on the Proven Knowledge Podcast. This is the Creator Series. Today we have a really dope MC out of Baltimore, Maryland. He goes by the name of LuiKang. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. AKA OZ. Some people call me OZ.
Yeah,
I know they see that OZ at the end, like, what is that? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was there first.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I know, like I said, we were just talking off, the recording and everything. We've kind of been in contact for a while just through JordanE420 and Carter and everybody that is obviously, we've all been, in touch for a minute now. So
yes,
I'm glad
sir.
to get you on the show today. And, to start out, we just had the guests kind of give a little bit of background as far as how you got into music, kind of just the basic information for those that might not know.
Yeah. So pretty much, man, I got into music, like, honestly, back in 2006, I was, like, in the 6th grade, and I was living in Virginia. I was born and raised in Baltimore, West Side.
Mm-hmm.
West Baltimore. I was born at Sinai Hospital, and, once I went down VA and shit like that, I started saying my brother, he was making beats, my homie was rapping. I'm like, what the fuck? And I already had been coming up on the locks and shit from my uncle up here in Baltimore. So I was back and forth to VA in Baltimore, like getting put out of schools and shit like that all through my like middle school and just coming up, all the way up to high school. So I started taking music serious, like the older I got. And I'm like, man, I see the school shit ain't really like, man, I'm not applying myself like I should be, even though I can. I knew it was something bigger or something my heart wanted to follow. I'm not going to be happy just doing this.
Yeah.
Like, when I finish this, then what? Because you see a lot of people still, they get out of school, they still scrapping and struggling, got a master's and don't know, bachelor's and don't know, like what they really want to do because they've been following this traditional way for so long. No, you gotta scratch that out and make your own agenda, you dig?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of crazy.
So I kind of just been in music ever since then, man. Yeah. Just growing up on Tupac, The Lox, hand down, South shit, Outkast, Master P, Soulja Slim, just listening to everybody, man. See Murder, all those, just coming up on Hot Boys and just hearing oldies and fucking Aretha Frank, all that oldie shit. That shit just came up into that good music that was coming out in the 90s that was actually hip-hop, and that came together for me because Nas is like my favorite artist after Tupac, you feel what I'm saying? And then it's the Lox, and you feel me? And then that's when they get down south and I go down to Spitter, like, man, niggas is really underground and they really give free game, and it really got like a true testament to show what they've been through, you feel me? The trials and tribulations, circumstances and things like that. So it all just come in a full circle spin, and just like, man, that's how I was able to grasp the music. And like, I feel like I separate myself because motherfuckers, like, they sticking to today's sound, but I'm still on that same timeless sound that I've been on, that I grew up on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy you mentioned about the school thing, because I kind of share the same sentiment as well, because I remember, like, right when I started music was right when I got done with high school. So I remember, like, being done with high school, and that was basically the awakening was, like, what am I going to do now? You know what I mean? Like what you just said.
Right.
Like, you really don't always have that set plan. Like, unless you're gonna go be a doctor, go be a lawyer, like, you know what you got to do. But if you're not doing that, you kind of just got to figure out for yourself, like, what you're gonna do. So I knew that. Why not just try music? You know what I mean? Because you never know what's gonna happen. You might as well try it and see if you're even good at it. So yeah. So it's like, I definitely feel exactly what you're saying with that, where you just have to put yourself out there and kind of give it a go. If you feel confident about it, like, why not do it? So that's definitely.
And you never know what'll come. You know what I mean? Come from it.
Yeah.
You, even if it's just some happiness, bro.
Yeah,
like that's where I'm at with it now. Like when you get older, you like, man, nigga, not trying to be mainstream. I tell people that all the time. They still look at me till I'm crazy. Like I'm crazy to this day. I'm like, man, y'all not up on what's going on today. Like, are y'all paying attention? Yeah, y'all not trying to get into this business. So it's like y'all not really studying what comes with it. Y'all just seeing the glitter and, you know, the glam and all the lights and all the materialistic bullshit. You know what I mean? That's all they saying for real.
And you gotta
like,
be.
Don't get me wrong.
Too,
we want to get a piece of that shit, but it's bigger than that. You know what I mean? It's bigger than that. We want to touch nice things, of course. Who don't? But it's bigger than that. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah, you got to be yourself too, man. Like, if you're not yourself as an artist, I feel like no one's gonna believe in you to begin with. Like, if you're trying out here to be other people, no one's really gonna believe or take you that seriously to begin with, because they're gonna be like, oh, you're copying this person or you're mimicking this person.
Right. And that's where I feel like comparison shouldn't even come in play, because people get to comparing themselves to people, and you shouldn't be. Like, you doing this for the reason you're doing it. You're not doing it for anybody else, but what you feel like is gonna help paying your life out. You know what I mean? Better than it is now. Like,
exactly.
That's where people get fucked up, man. They get sidetracked. They get distracted easily.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I couldn't have said that better myself, man. So thank you for sharing that, for sure.
Absolutely.
So obviously, from just hearing a lot of your music, I know that you're someone who's very attention to detail on the lyrics. Like, you seem like a very lyrical guy. So I'm curious to know, like, how does your process usually begin for songwriting? Do you write things out? Or are you just freestyling when you hear the production? Like, how does that go for you?
It depends on the mood. Like, I might be in the car listening to some beats, smoking and shit, and then I just might start freestyling a little bit. Like, oh, I like that. Boom, boom, boom. And then I might just go ahead and jot it down. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when I try to keep that shit up there, I lose some good shit, and some of the good shit that was okay might stay in my head. Like, damn, but what was that other shit I said before this? So I like to write everything down. Like, people always ask me, like, do you freestyle? No, I don't really like to freestyle. Like, I might drink and fuck around and freestyle, and it still sound cool. That's what people would let me know, but I'm not big on freestyling. I take my hat off to people who battle, because I feel like that's a sport, and I feel like you got to really be in it to really make a, like, you know what I mean, make yourself like, oh, he's a good freestyle. Like, cause there's a lot of people that get overlooked in that shit, so you got to really step up to the plate and know what you're doing in that shit. So I take my hat off to not saying it's impossible, but I don't really put that much time into knowing and perfecting it. You know what I mean? Stuff like how I did my craft and writing. Like, it's a beauty in writing that I love that I would never get away from, because it's like, yeah, it feels good, man. Just to write that shit and for you to envision the shit that I just now put in pen and lyrics on paper, and that shit now look like a movie. So you can basically say it's like a script, but it's real life. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Shit crazy.
So what do you think was the longest song you ever took to write? Do you remember?
The longest song, and only time, like, no bullshit, the only time it might take long to write a song, not saying that you gotta rush anything. Like, you're not rushing your process, especially when you got that ultimate confidence, man. You not letting nobody rush you, bro.
Yeah.
You doing everything at your pace, you feel me? Like, you're not worrying about what they're doing tonight or what, you know, you just focus, you locked in, like that tunnel vision. But writer's block could definitely make you take longer than you want to, the prolonged shit, but fucking probably took me like, I'd say like 2 weeks. 2 weeks was probably the max. But especially when it's pressure on me. I always feel like it's pressure when I'm on somebody else's record. Yeah. Like, just recently, my man Jordan, shout out to JordanE420. He just now he shot me something. He shot me a song for this 90s baby joint he dropping this month. This shit gonna be hard as fuck. And he was like, man, bro, he sent it to me one day, and then 2-3 days later, maybe 4 days, because he always like, no rush. That's how we carry shit. We like, no rush, man. You know, that's how, because we gotta do this shit the right way. So it's like, I'm like, damn, bro, I got you, bro. I got the other joint done. I'm great. Knock this joint out right now. I should have been got it done. I could have been got it done, but I was allowing other stuff to get in my way. And then, of course, life itself, you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta tend to that. But it was like, man, I sent it right back to him, and I felt that energy, like, all right, I can't be like that because usually he know my work ethic to get it right back to him. You know what I mean? But I felt like, all right, I gotta go and knock this. But it actually gave me that drive and motivation to just go ahead and knock it out and kill a verse even more. I'm like, bro, need this verse. I need to hurry up and send it back to him. He waiting on his shit. You know what I mean? So let me send him his shit back right. So we, I ain't messing up nobody's business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so yeah.
It's cool too, because like I feel like the more years you put in, you'll get even better and better. Like I know just for myself, I feel like I've gotten so much quicker with doing things now. Because it's like, I think when you first start out, you gotta like really just it takes you a lot longer to get the hang of things, but it's just like anything else. Once the repetition comes in, it becomes easier and easier and easier. So it's like, you never know, even like 20 years from now, you could probably just be writing songs left and right, and they'll be high quality too. They're not going to be like bad songs. They're going to be even better because you just know, it's like the back of your hand. It's like night and day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you already know how to approach a record, how to write for it, what to do. Or even by then, you could take even more time if you wanted. Like you could have the luxury of time to be able to just sit back and take more time. Like it all really depends on the situation. So
exactly, and I love the fact that you use the word repetition. Yeah. That's a great word for that for this topic, man.
Yeah, that's what you got to live by for sure, especially in music. I feel like repetition. You got to build the God, what's the word? The I lost the word.
Be like that.
God damn.
And
well.
My last fucking podcast interview, I didn't get to roll up a joint, man. So I'm trying to roll up now. Shit, smoke my first joint for the day.
I forget what I was gonna say, but it was like, self-discipline. That's what I was gonna say. Build self-discipline through repetition, like, which is pretty obvious because like that goes for anything we do. It's just like if you do it daily and you're like practice what you're doing every single day, it's gonna become way easier to make it happen. So I feel like that's something we all gotta live by, no doubt.
It's almost like getting in that gym and shooting those jumpers every day. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You're gonna get better, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna get better.
Yeah, exactly.
The more you get in there and shoot them jumpers, you shoot 100 jumpers a day, you're gonna get better.
It is weird though how a lot of people, especially in music, it's like they don't approach it that way. They approach it like they can just sit back and wait for things to happen and things will just magically happen. But it's like now you really gotta put the work in. So.
It's crazy you said that, because I was just telling my bro, like, man, it's way past that point of, like, just waiting around and waiting for somebody to discover you. Like, especially when you're in the underground, like, and considered an underdog for so long, like, bruh, you're not even on the radar. Yeah. You feel me? So how you expect to, like, just wait around? You feel me? They don't even know you or see you. So it's like, you gonna wait around for what?
Exactly.
Like, what are you waiting for?
Like you gotta really, I feel like almost, even for myself, I had to kick myself out of the habit of just kind of expecting people to do things for me. So it was more like, if I just put in the work, I'm gonna also feel more confident in the work because I've done it already. Like I know what I'm doing and where I want to go. So why would I not do it? Why would I want someone else to try and do that for me? You know what I mean? So and I feel like you and Jordan and Carter and everybody, like you guys all have that same sentiment. I could tell because you guys are very consistent. You guys show yourselves. Like, I always know when you guys are dropping. You know what I mean? I always know when you guys have new music, new visuals coming out. I'm like, these guys are really putting in the work. And they know what they're doing. And they know what...
Don't get me wrong, man. Just like any other human being, we get discouraged. We fail certain ways because it feel like shit ain't moving, or, you got to just be patient. Or, man, it'd be a lot of shit to be having you in your head, man. Like, fuck. But you don't never think about giving up. It just be like, dang, should I take a break and do something else and then have more money to invest in this and then maybe move at a faster pace? Maybe not. You feel me? It just be like, yo, just keep going, though. No matter what, just keep going, though, whatever you do. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, no doubt. So I know you mentioned some of your influences coming up, and I obviously knew Currency was a big one because, you guys mentioned him all the time. In your music and everything, and so I'm curious to know who else was a huge influence on you, or maybe someone you still listen to this day that was like someone that made you want to rap yourself.
The first person I heard that really made me want to rap was Styles P. Yeah, Styles P was the first one I heard that made me want to rap. And that was a long time ago. Hey, look, let me tell you this funny shit I was doing, man. I don't tell many people this, but I'm going to get used to telling people in the interviews and shit. Well, when I was younger, I said like in the 6th grade when I first started, my bro was making beats. My cousin was rapping. You feel me? And I fuck around and just started like, damn, I want to do this. So I get to making my name up and all that. I'm like, my name gonna be SP the Ghost. Like I'm thinking because that's his secondary name, SP the Ghost, that it wouldn't matter. Like that's his alternate name or something like that. You feel me? Like since he go by Styles P, and then SP the Ghost was like like how Spitter got Spitter, and then his currency. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, man, I'm gonna use that. I'm writing this man lyrics down and shit. They hear me get to record, and I get behind the booth to start recording and shit. I get behind the mic. Now they like, hold on, that's style shit. Like, and I'm not even knowing they up on it for real, because these some Southern boys. You feel me? My cousin and my brother. I'm like, man, I know niggas up on styles down here and shit, but goddamn, I think they don't be. I know they be on that 3-6 shit and all that. But yeah, man, I came up on a lot of 3-6 too, man. It was a lot of different sounds, man. Like, I think that's why I'm so versatile. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just don't have as much fun doing my sound than I do. You know what I mean? I don't have that much fun doing my sound like that trap shit. That trap shit just be fun for the moment. Yeah. But all this the other shit, the timeless shit I be dropping, like I don't want to be considered a conscious, you know what I mean, artist or nothing like that. But sometimes I can get on that level. You know what I mean? Where though, sure. I just want my people to be aware.
Yeah, you just show that versatility too. Like it's good to kind of show the different sides of the sound and try new things. So
yeah. Cause some people they just like, man. To this day, I hear people talking about Spitter. Different people like different people that's down south that was in that era, that bracket with Nip, with Mac Miller, Wiz, Dom Kennedy. That whole little wave, I caught that wave like my last 2 years of high school. And it did something to me, and it changed my life. That's why I think those niggas are legends. Just for that, they changed people's lives, and they became influencers. Once you become an influencer, it's like you can change people's lives. You feel me? It's just up to the person who being influenced to be weak or strong. Because some people will be weak and just want to do everything that person do. No, they giving you this game to go do it your way. Yeah. To go about it the way they did, but have your own vision.
Yeah. It's like the roadmap.
Yeah, that's all. And that's what my music kind of like a survival guide. Yeah. You know what I mean? And shit like that. Certain songs you'll hear. Like I got some more shit coming out. I got I'm going to drop something called Baltimore State of Mind, and then I'm going to drop something called The Agenda, and then I'm going to come right behind that with something called Street Symphonies, and then I'm going to get that series going. It's probably be like 3 Street Symphonies, and then I'll probably get back on the Generational Wealth and whip out like 2 more of those, because I thought that was so serious of an album that it was just like, you know what I mean? Like that was a good album. Like if you listen to it, it's like, yeah, everybody be telling me to this day, like, bro, that's a classic. Like I don't care what no one says, that's a classic. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
it's crazy how you mentioned like that era. To me, that's like the 2010 like artists that all came out around that time.
That was a special time, man. Like you had to be alive.
Yeah.
That was a time to be alive, bro.
And it's crazy because every one of those people, I feel like they all have been consistent ever since then, and they all kind of have their own thing that they're doing, and they're not afraid to just do what they're good at. You know what I mean? They never chased another sound. They've never tried to be someone else, like what you just talked about. It's like they never tried to be someone else, and they have their own core group of fans that really like feeds into what they're doing, and they enjoy what they're doing. And I don't know. I feel like that's just how you got to do it right there. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's the real, man. They gonna respect it at the end of the day, man. Like you respect yourself. Like, man, I could have easily jumped out there and just been like, oh, I'm just gonna make this kind of music. I'm gonna make some Playboy Cardi type music. I'm just gonna be, hey, just like mumbling the whole time and just saying the same thing the whole time. Yep. Like, what the fuck? That shit fucked my head up, bro. Like, it really do. I can't sit around, ride around, listening to that. It's cool when you drinking and you in that party mode. Yeah. That's what it's for. I mean, because mostly you listening to the beat. You feel me? And I used to say all the time, man, you take a lot of these people, I don't knock nobody. Everybody do what they gotta do to take care of their family. I don't knock nobody. I just like what I like, and I don't like what I don't like. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, and I'm real enough to speak on that shit. Yeah. And that's just that. But like, man, it's just, I don't know, the way the music is, man, it be going. Sometimes I just be like, what the fuck? Like, that got all them views? That's gonna make. Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Believe me, especially all the music I've heard in the last couple years. But I don't know. I found myself opening up to a lot more. Actually, I feel like a few years ago I was very like pissed off about everything that I was hearing. But now I'm just like, I'm kind of where you are now. It's just like, yeah, it's not for me. You know what I mean? Like if it's for someone else, cool, but it's not for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
I could eat, man. Cause I could. That shit's so easy though. Like just to go mumble a fucking couple words and just like not say nothing, bro.
You're right though, like about the beats too. I feel like the beat is what a lot of the times is catching.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Like
reaction.
I used to say, take a lot of these guys, take that beat away, and see if you still gonna be able to listen to that shit or learn something from it, or even say that it's a good record or just something, gain something from it. You know what I mean? Even if you're able to relate to it, like, are you gonna be able to tolerate it though? Like acapella without that beat, because that's what you're really listening to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, cause I mean, you can turn niggas shit down to really rapping, and you gonna get something from it. Like, yo, he killing this shit. You feel me? Like, that's just the difference, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that girl Corey LeRae and shit. I don't know if you seen that. Like, she was doing like some freestyle shit. That shit was so funny to me, yo. She was like, she was just doing her ad libs, and I'm hearing that's what they doing now at shows. Like, all right, they got their vocals behind them. All right, that's not too bad. I understand that. Some people not ready to go that live band route or perform without their vocals behind them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But if it's sounding trashy and messy, you need to get that shit fixed so that it's not that noticeable that you're using that. But these niggas out here lip singing and fucking just doing that, just performing that ad libs, yo. You know what I mean? They not actually doing a whole show, performing, rapping their words, and doing their hooks if they got hooks. You know what I mean? It's just like they just doing the ad libs. They just and then just saying whatever to the crowd, and then it's just that's it. I'm like, wow, and y'all niggas getting a big ass bag. Y'all getting a big ass. They getting the same bag the niggas getting to perform a whole show, man. When I seen that this interview and Spitter said that, I was like, yo, I can't believe it, yo. That shit been on my mind ever since. Like, yo, that shit is cheating. They cheating.
Honestly, yeah, that's basically what it is, too.
But you know, man, they do. That's what make everybody different, though, because everybody gonna do shit a different way.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's gonna be on the same page.
Yeah, we just gotta take the good with the bad. You know what I mean? And just keep it going. So for you, I know you're in Baltimore now. I'm interested to know kind of what the music scene is like there currently, especially for like independent artists. Like, is there any?
In my city?
Yeah, is there any like challenges you face specifically just being in Baltimore, or has it been kind of easy to find your footing? Like, what do you think about that?
I think it's like a lot of other places. To my understanding, I haven't been out there yet, but I heard LA show you big love just like for no reason. Like they just show you big dumb love, like, and it be genuine. I know that like a lot of my people that be tapping in with my music, like from Texas, Seattle, Oregon, and then a lot of people overseas. It's like it jumped from the U.S. and then it goes overseas out to Canada. You feel me? Out Canada, people be tapping in. But other than that, I mean, it's just like, yo, it's like that crabs in the bucket joint. You know what I mean? Crabs in the barrel. Like they don't want to see the next man prevail, so they want to hold you down. You know what I mean? Try to hold you, pull you back in that bucket while you trying to crawl out and get to where you need to get. That's how it is. Like nobody really want to see nobody win. You know what I mean? Genuinely, nobody really want to see nobody win. So it'd be like a big race. You feel me? It's a big race for real. Like, it's like either you sold drugs in my city or you got a lead check. A lot of people get lead checks and they go blow it or they invested properly. But that's how a lot of people come up in the city. Either they were selling some heavy drugs for a long time and then started investing in little tire shops or restaurant or whatever they invested in themselves. They invested in some buildings, some real estate, and they just go ahead. Nowadays, you can invest and get your own strand in the weed. I even see a couple people did that. You know what I mean? Invest in the weed and just keep on running it up there and have all the chains and shit with the weed. And, you know what I mean? They got the weed names on there and they're rapping shit. So it'll look like, all right, they getting money off of this music and it. But, I mean, sometimes that don't even be the case. But you feel me? It's just like, it's tough to make it up here, though, man. To sum it all up, it's tough to make it, yo, because you don't have the city. But if you don't have the city behind you, I feel like you can't even really go nowhere else. But to a certain extent, because if I go out LA or Seattle right now, or anywhere, and we do a show, they gonna be rocking with us. Texas, you know what I mean? They gonna be rocking with us all over there. I know it, all through LA, like Oakland, everywhere. So it's just like, I can't say that, but then I can. You feel me? Because people be like, man, you gotta have your city. And I know why they saying you gotta have your city behind your back. Because when you go these other places and people get to start knowing you, they like, man, we wanna know how he is in his city. Or boom, how much love he got. You feel me? That's how it be. It be like that. But I mean, I got love in my city. It's just like not on that level where as though niggas know me for like making this music But anybody who know me, they know I make music and they know how I move. You feel what I'm saying? But it's tough, bro. It's tough. Just like the only person that made it out of here in the last few years was the guy Shorty. You familiar with him?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from northeast Baltimore. You know what I mean? So he definitely made it out. Like I'm talking about Rolling Loud. He's up there. And then it was But before that, like years, they consider these guys legends. There's a guy named Young Moose. Boosie signed him, but he just never really put nothing out like that. He put shit out here and there, but I don't know. A couple guys got killed. There was a guy named G-Rock. I actually used to like G-Rock. He was nice. He was one of the best artists I heard come from here just on the track and really telling you that trap lifestyle. Then you got Lil Scooter, rest in peace to him. You probably heard of him. He had like this big ass song called Bird Flu, and everybody started hopping on it. I think Shot Glizzy hopped on it, like shit like that. Like our city got some love, and it got some people out here. You know what I mean? That did their thing. And now you got like Chino. He on the dirt bikes and shit. He be with me. Like he's from here. He's actually from the west side, not too far where I'm from, in Park Heights. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy up here, and it's getting crazier. And I always looked at my city like I always looked at New Orleans like a down south Baltimore. Yeah, so imagine New Orleans like when you go through them city parts, just a city. You feel me? Like a little country town, but just a city. That's how it is.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because it's kind of weird you mentioned New Orleans too. It's almost like those are kind of like slept on cities from like, if you're an outsider, you would probably not think of a place like that. But I feel like a lot of those places do have like hidden talent, you know what I mean? It's just like what you said. It's like it's kind of hard to be heard in that like type of area.
And let me tell you this. I don't mean to cut you off. It's it's like people only want to listen to it if the next person feel like it's cool enough to listen to. Like what the fuck? What type of robot shit is that? You know, like what kind of experiment shit has been like? What the fuck has been done? Like why are you following that? Why are you following the fact that somebody else like it or not? What about what your ears can tolerate? You feel me? Like, this shit's crazy, bro. I'd be like, wow. So if they like it, they gonna go ahead and like it. And then that's how they gonna have 5.7 million views on YouTube in, like, less than a week. Yeah. Okay. But, man, it just be like, man, I'm just gonna stay underground forever. I'm gonna stay true to this shit, 10 toes. And I know something gonna come out of it, man. We like to not just think about the money aspect of it. We like to just think about the art, the craft, and just the beauty in helping people. That's what I'm here for, to help people. Yeah. So I'm just serving my purpose and helping people any way I can. Not even, you know what I mean, just financially, man. Just like spiritually and mentally, man. Just like that mental health thing is big right now. So we want everybody in a good mindset, man, and like just healthy. You feel me?
Exactly.
The wealth gonna come with it. You feel me? You just gotta stay doing something, and stay on your motherfucking pivot.
Yeah.
So.
No doubt, man. So I know you mentioned you have a lot of music in the works. Is there anything we can expect specifically before the end of the year that you're kind of eyeing, maybe a release date or something? Like, what can we look out for first that might be dropping?
Oh, yeah. Be on the lookout for that Baltimore State of Mind. That Baltimore State of Mind is about to drop. I be having to change my Baltimore because some people around the world are going to be like, oh, what is he saying? Baltimore. That's how we say it. But Baltimore. Yeah, but, yeah, that's definitely on the way. I want to say on my birthday. Tell my birthday probably September the 9th is my birthday.
Nice. So, that's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, man.
Word, thanks, bro. Yeah, man, Virgos, man.
Yeah, for sure. I always remember that date because that's his birthday. And then this year it's the NFL kickoff. So
I'm glad. I'm sure he's a good guy, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. My dad's dope, man, for sure. So I know you're on Instagram. Are you on any other social media that people can find you at?
I actually need to make a new fucking Twitter. I haven't been on there in years, but I see that people still be like using that shit. Like it's a tool.
It's an acquired taste.
Oh, it's like MySpace?
No, it's just I don't really use it that much. Like I have it. I just post the stuff I post
like
on.
MySpace.
No, not like that. But it's like it serves its purpose. You know what I mean? Just like anything else. But
yeah. So I'm really not on anything else. Like Facebook, I'll just be on there for like my family, but I'm not even on it. I just got a page. Like the only thing I get on is Instagram, and my fucking and just fucking check the SoundCloud shit here and there, and yeah, just fucking social media. I mean, a music platform type shit. And just Instagram, yeah. So I'm really taking a break on the Instagram shit because it be so much shit on there, man. It just be distracting you, like not even distracting you, just like why I don't need to look at this. I just now wasted time out of my, you know what I mean? I just now wasted some brain cells type shit. Like, come on, man. So it's just like I just be like, fuck, man. I'm just gonna post shit that got to do with the business, the brand, the music, whatever, and then boom.
Yeah.
And then I might post a picture here and there just to let people know I'm still here, I'm still active, especially when I ain't dropping no music. But we was dropping like every month, bro. Like I lost that consistency slowed down because shit was happening in life and shit.
Yeah.
But we was dropping all. If you was paying attention, we was dropping all the way from like February, bro. Like February month, we dropped the Smooth Arrival, then we come back with the last one we dropped was Back Road Tunes. I dropped Vintage Love, then Bro dropped his own single project with Tommy Hill. Yeah, so we dropped like 4 months straight, but that was our plan to drop every month. But now I think I'm about to get I think I'm about to just go ahead and start dropping every weekend, even if it's a 3-piece, a single, and then by the end of the month I'll have a full project, about 9 songs, 6 songs. You feel me? Something like that. Just a little more consistent and put more music out there, but not put too much out.
Yeah.
But I learned that a long time ago, not to put too much out at a time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I noticed the consistency, because, like, I remember Jordan, he kicked it off, kind of. I think he had, like, a single right at the beginning of the year, and then I just kept seeing, like, every week or every other week you guys were dropping, so.
Hell yeah.
Love that. So, I only got a couple more questions for you, man, and then we'll wrap it up here.
Okay.
If you could go back 10 years ago, maybe give yourself a piece of advice, or maybe not change anything at all, what do you think you'd do?
10 years ago?
Yes, sir.
10 years ago, let me see. What would I do, man? What would I do? I know I wouldn't have stopped smoking weed because weed has been helping me just unlocking my fucking brain. I'm not going to say I wouldn't have had my son yet, but I kind of feel like I wouldn't. Even though that wasn't 10 years, but that is like somewhere in there because my son is 6 years old. But I'm like, I don't know, so I could have maybe like hustled a little long, like did something a little more so I could have more set up for him now, more of a foundation right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can really think of. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna say not drop out of school. I'm gonna say I would have finished fucking high school. Let's just say that because I can't say that I'm gonna go hard for my son regardless. So I'm not gonna fucking say that I wish 10 years ago. Nah, fuck that. My son is good. He happy, and I'm happy. But fucking high school, I wouldn't have dropped out in the fucking 12th grade. I needed some more credits. I didn't. I just was fed up with it, man. And the music was winning me over more. I'm like, man, I gotta go to the studio. Fuck this shit. I'm ready. You know what I mean? So I dropped out. I needed some credits and shit. I dropped out in the 12th grade, man. For shit. Yeah, like it was a long road because I had to do like this bridge program and all this shit. I used to just leave school, bro. Like I used to. The days I felt like being there, I would be there. I would apply myself and be like, got so much potential. But I just knew at the end of the day, I didn't need everything y'all was wasting my time with. Y'all wasting my time. I could be going to go, you know what I mean, put this time into something else. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
And maybe I would have had my own business by now, like a fucking burger spot or something. But all that shit is in the works, man. Investments, more music, more life. You feel me? Good vibes, happiness, peace, love, loyalty. You know what I mean?
So that leads into the next question then, which is 10 years from now, where do you think you want to be?
Well, where do I think I'm going to be?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be where I want to be. Exactly where I plan to be. Everybody know ups and downs. Life comes with ups and downs, so it's going to be more ups and downs. It's going to be more bullshit that come about along the way. But that's what make you. That's what made me. Oh shit! I dropped my phone. But that's what make me a character. That's what make me who I am today. You feel me? That's what built this character. And I mean, I feel like the perfect education for someone is knowledge and character. I feel like you can go very far with the power, the knowledge hold, and then the character, who you are, how you go about things. You know what I mean? The discipline, just controlling what you can and accepting what you can't. Shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like really being the best that you can be at one with yourself, your surroundings, and the universe itself. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Do you have any final words of wisdom today for the listeners?
Let me see what today is. I would like to leave this with you guys as soon as, what's today's, the 12th?
Today's the 12th, yeah.
All right, so today is Knowledge Cipher. I would like people to just go look that up. It's actually from the number table, the number chart for the 5%ers in the Nation of Islam. But Knowledge and Cipher is today. Oh, I'm wrong. It's not. Oh, I apologize. It's Knowledge and Wisdom. Knowledge and Wisdom. I don't know why. Cipher is 0. Knowledge is 1. Wisdom is 2. 3 is understanding. 4 is culture, freedom. 5 is power, refinement. 6 is equality. 7 is God. 8 is to build and destroy. 9 is born. And 0 is cipher. So we acknowledge and wisdom today. I just want people to go look into that. Just look up what they knowledge, what they feel like knowledge is, or just, live by it. You know, and the same thing with wisdom.
That's probably the most unique final words of wisdom we've ever had right there.
And I'm glad I could,
No doubt, bro. And that's all I have for you today, man. Like I said, I appreciate you, taking the time out just to be here. I thought this was a great conversation. I really appreciate all the energy you bring. Keep being consistent, man. Like I said, I love what you guys are all doing music-wise, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do in the future. Hopefully we can do a part 2 soon, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely, bro. And I had a lot of fun, man, just hanging out, kicking it, man, like I'm with the homie.
Thanks, everyone, for listening today. That was episode number 66. We'll be back this time next week. As always, hit the support button on your podcast streaming platform if you'd like to send any funds, and hit that 5-star rating if you enjoyed today's episode. So we'll see you then. Thank you very much.